4, mindset. It's the most important module, and we're gonna dive into it. So what you're gonna learn in this module is how to improve your mindset and how to set the right goals. Because when you do this, you can achieve whatever body you want, whatever health level you want, and it's attainable. So we're gonna get into it. First off, you wanna start with why. So the reason I say start with why is because when your why is strong enough, the how is irrelevant. That means that you'll overcome any obstacle because you want it, that victory, that result so bad, you'll overcome any obstacle. So me personally, my overall why, like for my life, is to provide a dream life for my family, myself, my future wife, my future kids, so that we never really have to want for anything. So everything that I do aligns with that reason why. It pushes me in fitness, pushes me in business, pushes me in school. And so my journey to become an engineer, for example, what really pushed me, my reason why back then was my parents gave me so much. So in my parents giving me so much, I just wanted to not put a burden on them, and I wanted to make them proud. So it pushed me to, do the late hours, to do everything needed in order to become an engineer. And then also, I knew that an engineering job would secure a better future for my future family, my kids and my future wife. So that was my reason why for doing that, and led me to moving to San Diego, where I saw it as more opportunities, and then got into the fitness space. And what pushes me in fitness and in business is because I know what fitness did for my life. So by creating a business for it, I can give back to so many other people and to help them to get to where they want to be and to change their life, have them feel more confident, more fit, and overall more limitless. So one exercise I want you guys to do before we really dive into mindset is a 5 whys exercise. So earlier in the course, I told you to write down your reason why. Now, usually when we put that first reason why, it's kind of superficial. So what the 5 whys exercise does is it helps you dig deep. So let's say your first reason why was, I want to get fit so I can post on Instagram, right? So cool. Why do you want to get fit? Because you want to post on Instagram. I want to get fit so I can post on Instagram because I can attract a girl that I like. Why do you want to attract the girl you want to like? And you go so far and so forth till you get to like your real reason why you're pushing to do anything, why you really bought this course, and why you should sacrifice in order to make a change. So that's the first thing with mindset. And just my overall philosophy when it comes to mindset and having success in life in general, not just fitness, but you want to have long-term vision. So you can either have short-term gratification or you can have long-term results, long-term gratification. So in fitness, you can, like I said earlier, you can make the sacrifice right now to get your fitness in check so that later on down the road, you can have the life you want and you don't have to pay for a surgery or pay for all this medication that you really won't need if you're in shape physically and you have your health where it needs to be. So it's going to be hard, but as you go along this journey with the long end goal in mind, it will get easier and you'll get more used to pushing yourself to get out of your comfort zone. You need to develop patience. So all along with having this long-term vision of where you want your life, where you want your fitness and your health to be, you have to develop patience. And when you're trying to get results in the gym or in fitness, you have to understand if you're 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, it took you 30 years old to develop that body you have. Whether you like it or not, it took 30 years. So you have to be patient, and you can't expect to have a dramatically different body 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks from now. Maybe in 3 months, maybe in 6 months, but 3 weeks, you can have some change, but you have to be patient for that drastic change. And then there's no secret, there's no magic pill. You just have to put in the work and you have to find what works best for you. So a lot of people struggle in this fitness space because they're hopping from diet to diet, from nutrient to nutrient, and they can never get no traction on having consistent results. So when you hone in on your specific approach, stick to it. And over time, you're gonna get the result you're looking for. Along with my overall philosophy, I think that your fitness mindset and what you choose to do in life should be sustainable. So the best change to make is a sustainable one that you can do forever. So is this crash diet really going to help you to maintain this lifestyle forever? Can you pass this on to your kids? Can you teach other people how to do this crash diet? Or are you going to be back where you started in a month, 2 months, 3 months from now? Sustainable habits and changes can be built on and improved. These crash diets can't. Over time, this will generate the best result. And ultimately, you'll develop habits that you can commit to, and you can have a lifelong, limitless lifestyle where you can look back and you can really be proud on the decisions you made to go in this direction and really focus on making a change for not only your life, but for your friends and family's lives too. So to really develop your mindset and get to that next level, you can't use the thinking you currently have. So the way you think and the way you go about life and the habits you have got you in the spot that you're currently at. Now, I don't know if you're happy in that spot or you're not, but in order to move past that spot and to progress, you have to elevate your mindset. So a great way to elevate your mindset is books. So when you get a good book, it can have you think different ways. It can expand your mind. It can have you really reaching for those next levels. So a few suggestions I had was start with why. Start with why. Like I said in the beginning, that's how we start our whole course. But it's a book written by Simon Sinek, I believe, and he covers why this concept is so important for every aspect of your life. And the next book is Power of Habit. And the Power of Habit teaches how little things done over and over again really compound, and how for the good or for the better, it will compound. So for example, in the book, it has an example of a woman who develops a gambling addiction. She didn't just go from never gambling to losing millions of dollars on gambling. She went from, oh, I never gambled, to going to the casino one day, to going to the casino 2 days a week, to 3 days, to it became her life. So Power of Habit works in that way. Similarly, it works in the other way. So it goes from, oh, I've never meal prepped in my life. I meal prep week 1. Okay, that's okay. I meal prep week 2. And then before you know it, you've meal prepped 3 months in a row and you've built this habit. So great book to check out. Another book, Think and Grow Rich. So it's not all about becoming rich financially. It talks about that in the book, but also mentally. So it teaches the way you think and the way you approach things will ultimately dictate your result. So that's a great one by Napoleon Hill. And then another one I would suggest is The Laws of Human Nature. Laws of Human Nature is a great nutrition book. If you're more interested in diving into more nutrition topics about how humans work and how we function mentally, check out that book. And then finally, my certification for nutrition is from Precision Nutrition. They have a ton of articles online on every topic that you can think of when it comes to nutrition. How to eat as a mom, how to eat with a busy schedule, how to eat when you're traveling, what's good about carbs, what's bad about carbs. Every single topic about nutrition that you can think of, it's in there. So if you want to learn more about nutrition, definitely check that out. I'm also going to include my favorite articles from Precision Nutrition in the bonus materials. So check that out. Next up, with mindset, you got to set the right expectations. So earlier I told you that this is kind of like a level 2 skill, but I think for everyone you need to develop it. You want to understand where you're at and where you want to go. If you have a clear understanding of this, then your expectations will be in check. You can't go from being severely out of shape to stepping on a bodybuilding stage in 3 months. But you can make progress from being severely out of shape to getting closer and closer and closer. And then year 2, year 3, you can do the ultimate goal of competing in bodybuilding or running that marathon or whatever you want to do. And then another thing about expectations, a quote I love is, "Comparison is the biggest thief of joy." And I love this quote because in our society today, we love to compare ourselves to who we see on social media, our friends' lives, everyone's lives. But you don't know what that person had to go through to get to where they're at. So in you comparing yourself to other people, you're only holding yourself back and creating like a negative image in your head. You should only compete and compare with what you used to be. If you're able to do this, then you can progress and progress and progress. See, me, I didn't used to compete, and I competed with myself in order to get better and better and better and just improve my body until I was able to, compete in multiple bodybuilding shows, to get a first place, to become nationally qualified. And these competitions, they were never really, oh, could I win first place or this or that? It's like, how far can I push my body to? So those are things to keep in mind when setting expectations. And then finally, I just want to say, you can do it. You've overcome many things to get to where you're at, whether you've been successful in relationships, getting the girl you want, whether you've been successful in school, getting the degree you want, or landing that big job or that big promotion that you want. If you translate that success to, this health and fitness thing, you'll crush it. If you have that same mindset, if you put in the same sacrifice that it took to get that promotion into changing your fitness, sky's the limit. So just rely on what you did in the past to motivate you for what you can do and what's possible in the future. Next up, we got setting goals. Now you know where you're starting, set the right expectations. Now we got to set goals. And when you have a clear goal out in front of you, it allows you to subconsciously always think of that goal and to take steps towards that goal. If you have no goal or no direction to aim towards, then you'll never get there because you have nowhere to shoot towards. So one thing I want to talk about is SMART goals. And SMART is an acronym. SMART stands for S, specific, M, measurable, A, attainable, R, relevant, and T, time-based. So when you're thinking of a goal, you have your ultimate goal, but you want to make it very specific so that it's easier for you to visualize it and get there. So a certain goal could be like, I want to lose weight. So, okay, that's not specific. A specific goal is, I want to lose 10 pounds. Measurable, you want to define what evidence will prove making progress and reevaluate when necessary. So I want to lose 10 pounds. 10 is the measurable number. So you can see if you're moving towards that goal. And then is it attainable? Anyone can lose 10 pounds, right? But to go from, I want to lose 100 pounds in 3 months, that may not be attainable. So you want to make sure your goal is attainable. And then is it relevant? Are your goals aligning with your values and your long-term vision? Losing 10 pounds, that can be relevant for anyone. Losing 10 pounds can be different clothes size, better health, so much things, more energy. So that's relevant to your overall life. And then finally, time-based. So your goal needs to be time-based. So I want to lose 10 pounds is a goal, but it's not time-based. Say I want to lose 10 pounds by 3 months. That's time-based. So if you are able to set out your goals and make them smart like this, then that makes you that much more likely to reach your goal. I'm going to include a handout where you can either print it out or fill it out online, where you can write in your SMART goals and your reason why you're trying to get that goal. So my call to action to you is to write out your goals, write out your goal for this year, write out your goal for the next 3 months, write out your goal for this week, and I know you'll crush it. So next module is going to be lifestyle, and I will see you guys in the next video.